Hi guys, I'm getting ready, and if you don't mind, please read the niaje wa nyina mambo kopoa niko poa kabisa. I want us to discuss something. If you can read the title, let me get some power because my phone doesn't have enough charge. Um, I'm trying to get some power to charge my phone. You see, like the people joke, the connection you need in Kenya to get a job. Ooh, guys. I want us to discuss about the American dream now that October is around the corner. Just be patient. Okay, I'm here. I should be good. Guy. Oh yeah, I was like, I did the wrong thing. Let's discuss about the American dream. If you can see me, if you can hear me, I'm gonna have a little bit of a problem because I'm still not having my tripod. So I want us to discuss about the American dream. If you have any questions, anything you have ever heard that you would want to clarify, that's why I'm here, so that we can go through it, and then I can tell you what I know, and so that you will rely with reliable source. So if you have any questions that you would want to know about the American dream, or what would happen if you get here, what are the challenges that you would expect, and how you can avoid them as well, because challenges don't necessarily mean you have to be defeated. For you to be defeated by a challenge, it means you accepted to be defeated. We can always challenge a challenge. So keep those questions coming, and I think you can only see me halfway because I don't have the phone holder that I should use. But anyway, let's talk about it. The challenges, the cons of being in America, and I'm gonna start with one challenge, and it's very known, and I know you have ever heard people talking about couples come in America and then they separate. And like I have said before, America is not a husband to anyone. America is not a husband, a wife to anybody. people separate because of their own differences, because the challenges that are in America, they don't want to challenge them. They don't want to stand firm, but they want to use the challenges for the reason of separating or divorcing. So it is true, there are many people who go through divorce once they come to America, but that is not a problem that is brought about by America as a country. If I would dwell there, or if I would accept that saying, I'll be being unfair to what America can offer. First things first, when you come here as a couple, you are supposed to allow yourself to go through the changes. You are supposed to admit that this is a new culture, and in order for you to survive, you have to adapt some of the practices that are done here. For example, back home, we are used to a wife can be a housewife, and that's okay. The husband will go out, make money, and pay all the bills. On the other hand, the wife will be staying in the house, taking care of the kids and doing all the housework. When you come here, things don't work similar. You will find that a husband goes to work and a wife goes to work. What is hard to believe is that a husband will also be partaking some chores in the house. It is very hard with African men to adapt, very hard, because they still want to be the men, and they believe being a man is by not touching any chores that are believed to be for a woman. And this is the major problem here in America when it comes to immigrants. If you are willing to come to America, just be also willing to adapt, and you should also be willing to accept that some things gonna change. Definitely they're gonna change. And they say if you need growth, if you want to grow, you also have to accept changes. You have to do some changes if you want to welcome growth in your life. I don't know why today English is becoming very hard. I'm trying to find words, but they are escaping my head. So just bear with me. So the number one reason is that people don't want to accept that they are in a new country whereby a wife should be working so that you can share the bills. So it is very easy for women to adapt than it is for men. Because when we get here, for example, when I came here, I wasn't working back in Kenya. I was just hustling. When I came to America, I found a job. So I have 8 hours of going to work. And also, if you are a husband and a wife, you divide the day, 8 hours, 8 hours. One goes in the morning and the other one goes the evening shift. And then you come back home, at night you are together because you have to share the hours because of the kids. So women are very easy to adapt, but men are very hard to cooperate. Why? Because men believe the only way to remain a man is to stick to the things that men are allowed to do and not to do anything and not to have anything to do with what women are supposed to do. First of all, let me tell you something. There is nothing like chores for a woman. There is nothing like chores for a man when you come to America. You will have to admit this bitter truth because that is what's going to save your marriage. If you want your relationship to go on when you come to America, be easy. Adapt quickly. If you're supposed to babysit your own kids, babysit them. It is not like you are doing your wife a favor. It is not a favor. They are your own kids. Babysit them. And then the wife goes to work because the wife agreed to be paying a share of the bills. Why is it too hard for you not to babysit your own kids? What is too hard? That is not hard. So that is one of the biggest challenge that you're going to encounter here in America. Another thing, you must be ready to not have too much free time, not to have too much time to sleep. Yes, you can sleep for 8 hours, but then you will have to stick to your schedule. I believe that in America, you can have enough time to rest if you are two people, unlike when you are working and you are a single parent. If you are a single parent, you have less time than anybody else because you only have 24 hours like everybody. So what you do when you are two people and you have kids, please come up with a schedule. Stop working like you just have a day that has 24 hours, but they are not allocated anywhere. Time management is very important, and you need to understand that family first. Your family comes first. If you want to accommodate friends and parties in the same 24-hour system, then it might not work too good because somehow you're going to have to neglect either your chores, either your kids, or your wife. So you better have time allocation, good time management. And you can also set time for you and your wife. How are you going to do this so that you make sure your relationship is still on, it's still working, it's still being nourished the way it's supposed to be? You can find a babysitter maybe once a month and you get out, or you get you and your wife time away from kids. Because those of you who have kids, you know how hard it is to enjoy time together without the interruption from the kids. And I'm not trying to say kids are bothersome. I'm only saying that adults can only mingle with adults and kids belong to kids. There is that time you feel like it's a family time and you can get a getaway, all of you. But there is also that moment that you need it together with your spouse. That is if you have one. If you don't have, yeah, family first. Family is very important, let me tell you. I will never be against family. And there is nothing as important in life as family. Coming to America doesn't make you, or make being single better. It doesn't. Unless someone is lying to you. Yes, you have money. Yes, you have the freedom. But at the end of it all, family beats everything. Because you see, when you go to a funeral, nobody will ever talk about the things that you left, the money that you had. People always talk about who you left behind. Let that sink. The eulogy will only talk about who you left behind, not what you left. Let that sink very deep. So family is very important, and let not America blind you to think that you got it together simply because you have money, you have a good job. Yes, you have a good job. Yes, you have money, you have cars, you have a nice house, but there is something missing. There is something missing. Never ever neglect your family. Never ever think that not having a family, you are good, you are whole. No, you are not. There is something you are missing. And people don't want to hear this, but this is the plain truth. It will not matter how much achievement you made if you did not achieve to have a family. Let that sink. So that is number 2 thing, that you need to have very good time allocation. Have a schedule. Have a way of doing things. Don't just wake up and do things as they unfold. Be focused. Let me see your questions. It will be hard because I'm trying to hold my phone. I don't see your questions. I can't see them. I'll try to read when you post them. So, America is good. America has money. But America will also make you to make that stupid decision of deserting your family or neglecting your family, running after money. Money is not the answer to everything. It can solve a lot, yes. Money is good because poverty is not a choice. But let not money replace family. That is my statement. Underline that. Let not money make you exchange it with your family. Come here and make your family even stronger. Like I said, America is not a husband to anyone so that it can be blamed for your family breakup. No, it is still gonna be blamed on you. It will be blamed on you because you are responsible for making your own family either last or break. What next? Planning to come first, then family later, or all of us together. How how, okay, I didn't understand well, but I believe you're asking, planning to coming with your family all together or them coming later. Just understand that for them to come later, you need to have done 80%, and then all that will be left will be the air ticket, because you need to go with them to the interview, and then after you get the visa, then you can come by yourself, and later they can join you maybe after a month or 2 months, depending with how fast you can get a job. What I advise people is, as soon as you get here, you won't have your green card ready, but you can have a job because you are here through a green card. That means you can go to the DV, that is the Department of License, and they can give you a work permit which you can use to get a job, and get a job as soon as tomorrow and start working as soon as you get here, so that you can get enough money and you can send it to your family members that you left. That way they can join you here after 3 months before the visa expires, because remember, they work with a timeline. The visa that you get when you go for the interview, it is dated. You cannot it expires, and you cannot travel after it expires, because that is the only document that gives you permit to enter to America. So make sure you are working within time frames. Next question, please. I'm holding my phone, that's why it's so hard to read the comments, but I'm gonna try to use my other hand. Okay, don't forget to leave the correct family first. The African a lot of opportunities. No. I don't fill in the green card for anybody. You can go online or to a cyber, and they can help you to go through the application. Because if I tell you I'm gonna do it for you, nitakudanganya. I have a lot that I do, and it keeps on eloping. So I'll make you late. So please go to a cyber and tell them what you want to do. I believe by now the cyber guys, they know how to go about the application, and it's not hard, by the way. You can do it yourself as long as you are conversant with how to use a computer. You can be able to do that all by yourself. Working 24/7 is a choice. It is not like America makes you work 24/7 simply because you are American. No, it is because people are not able to balance their life. You are supposed to look for a house that won't make you be working 24/7. If you want a high life and you just landed in America, mind you, you'll be working 24/7 to pay a house that you do not even live there, because you are at work 24/7. What is the point? If you come here and start partying, going for vacations that are not even planned for, you want to live a life that other people are living, and you don't even know how they get their money. They're going to suffocate you, first of all, and they will make you to be working too hard than you are needed. Then you're going to forget your family, you're going to forget your relationships, because you want to commit to things that don't even matter in life. Like, why would you go for a car that is 36,000 or 40,000 and you just landed in America? You don't even have a job that can finance that. You have kids that need to feed. You have a house that need to be paid. You have bills that need to be paid. And then on top of that, you go for a car that is 36,000 or 40,000 or 50,000. That means you're going to be paying like 1,000 a month. Like, you are suffocating yourself with bills, and then you start blaming America. America doesn't have any issue, by the way. America only needs balancing. If you can be able to balance life in America, it will be the easiest country you will ever live, because they have the job opportunities, but they have opportunities for everything. The opportunities you choose decides how much bills you're gonna pay. You can go and get approved for a mortgage that is up to 500,000 or maybe $1 million. It is you who chooses the bills that gonna be sent to you. There is a way of lowering the bills. Let not everybody lie to you that you have to be running up and down working because of the bills. There is a way of minimizing the bills. For example, those of you who follow me here closely, you know I downsized my house in December. I moved to a small house, and the reason as to why I moved to a small house is because the house that I was living in, they increased the rent, and I wasn't ready to pay that much. So I went and looked for a smaller house which is serving the purpose. I do not have to work like crazily in order to come with a payment at the end of the month. So just know where you are, know where you stand, know your bills, work with a budget. If you cannot be able to work with a budget, just know that you do not have money discipline. So you do not end up blaming America. They have a lot of bills, or the high bills, or the insurance, the everything. Yes, they are there, but there is a way of balancing your bills. Sit yourself down. Get a budget, a monthly budget that you work with. If you get money at the end of the pay period, and then within 2 days, all the money is gone, it means you have not balanced your budget. You need to know that you have to have a savings account where you deposit a certain amount of money, and then you work with what is left. If you cannot be able to do that, just know that you do not have money hygiene, okay? You just use everything that you get because it is available. That means you will forever be less some amount. In America, you have to have a budget. The budget will help you not to be overworking yourself, not to be overstressed. Some people are very stressed, not because of other things, but because they just do things without thinking. And at the end of the day, when they sit down, they are like, oh my God, I overdrew my account. My account is negative. Why? Because you do not have a budget that you use in your for your income. All you do is that you use money because it is available. You go for things that are not planned for just simply because you are invited to do that. My friends invited me to do this and that, and so I couldn't say no. Why couldn't you say no? You do not live a life of your friends. You do not know how they come up with their money. And then you end up hating America. America is very good. America is the best country that you will ever live in because there is law and order, and everything that you earn, it is fair. At least it is fair. And if you can be able to manage it wisely, you can be left with some money in your savings account. That way, in case you fall sick, you will not have to call people to come and help you simply because you haven't gone to work for 2 months or 3 months. Even if I stayed home for 6 months, I'll still be paying my house. Why? Because I have money management hygiene. I have money management system. I have a discipline whereby I do not use every penny that I make. And then I end up saying, oh, America is bad. Oh, America has a lot of bills. No, if you need a car, don't go for a car that will suffocate you paying the car note. Go for a car that you will be able to fit in your budget. Always work with a budget if you want to enjoy America's wealth. There is so much richness in America, but there is no so much money to be just deployed anywhere, anyhow. If you want America to be nice to you, come and be a person that uses a budget. Don't just jump into things. Oh, I saw a nice outfit. It's going for 300. Oh, I'm gonna get that. After all, maisha no maya. It does not mean maisha no maya so that you can destroy the life that God has given you. Take care of it because it is precious. Maisha no maya, it is very true, but why would you want to destroy the only life that you got? Why would you want to misuse it? Why would you want to just leave it anyhow because it is the only life you want? There is something people talk about, YOLO. YOLO, it says you only live once. What does that tell you? So many people interpret that differently. When YOLO is mentioned, people think that I am allowed to do anything in this life because it is the only life that I got. That is not the interpretation that you should have if you are focused. It should mean to you that you only live once. So take care of this life because you only gonna have it once. Take care of it. Manage your time. Manage your money so that in your old age, you won't have to cry. You won't have to feel like you are being neglected by your kids. You're not supposed to rely with your kids. Why? Why would you rely with your kids? What did you do with your life? What were you doing in your young age? What were you doing when you had the energy? You cannot blame your kids because of living or making the bad choices that you made in life. You cannot. And you cannot blame a country simply because you made the wrong choices. So many people have at least gotten a chance to better their life, but they make bad choices. Is there any age limit when applying for? No, there is no age limit when you're applying for green card. Let me go through the messages. Texas, Washington, I get. Laxon, Texas. I did not get your question. Please ask in full. Shiro Derito. It depends with the state. In states like Washington and Texas, you are only allowed 1 year using Kenyan driving license. I know that, but the thing I'm saying is, if you come here to America and you are a DV lottery person, you can go and ask for work permit. I talked about work permit. You can use work permit to go and apply for jobs, okay? And tell them you are green card person, and actually they can look up. They know. You have to obtain a state DL by doing a driver test. Yeah, you have to. Even if you are you had a license in Kenya, you will have to be licensed here. I saw somewhere that if you don't have a host after winning DV, you can fill in the KCC address. Then when you find a host, you change the address during interview. Is this correct all? I might not answer that one today because I have never heard about it. All I know, they require you to have a host so that you can land there. About the KCC, the Kentucky, I'm gonna find out and then I'll do a video about it. I only want to say something that I'm very sure because I don't want to mislead people. Can you convert your home country driver's license to... No. You will have to be licensed here because the rules we use back home are different here. And how we use the road here is very, very different. The speed limit and the signs and everything, you have to go and do a test and they will license you. Unaweza ni host? Are you a green card holder? Or Kevin, I can answer you inbox. Because it will depend. Right now, I don't even have a room to host anyone. My father is here. Naweza kucheza green card kama sijamaliza form 4. No, you can't because they will require you to have the form 4 certificate. But nowadays, there is a school you can go. I saw it being advertised by the Wajisa's family. And you can go there and do a test and have the form 4 certificate. It is easy. Now that America is miles away from here, is one prone to homesickness or some busy schedule that cuts that off. About the homesickness, me, by the way, personally, I didn't have any homesickness. Yes, I had my parents back there. I had my siblings back there. But being in America meant so much more to them and also to me. And I couldn't have homesickness because I was so thirsty to come here and work. I focused on working and I focused on trying to change even their lifestyle somehow. So I couldn't feel like I'm missing home because missing home only reminded me of my poor background, nothing else. It depends with you. Elizabeth, did you find out how to obtain the equivalent of a GED in the States? There are places in Nairobi. When is Green Card already opening? 5th of October. I would only advise someone, if you don't have a high school diploma or certificate, please find somewhere you can go and get certified. Or go and sit for the exam. There are schools that are doing that nowadays. It is not as hard as before because you can go back and maybe you can even be allowed to do it online and then you go and sit for an exam when they are sitting for their exam. I don't know, I cannot remember the name what Jesus gave, but if you go to their site, you can check it. Please like the live video for me. So for those asking me if I can fill the DV lottery for them, please, I cannot because my schedule is always very hectic. And before I do it for you and back and forth asking you questions, it's going to take me forever and I might make you late. Just be ready with 2 passports, 2 by 2. And then you go to a cyber, ask the cyber guy to help you through. They are knowledgeable. They should be able to do that as long as you can give them the website. That is dvlottery.state or .gov. And then they can take you through the the website, be sure to have the 2 copies. I mean, copies of each family member in your email. That way, the cyber guy can get them from your email. Okay? It is easier that way. So, I was talking about the challenges that you might face here in America, and I discussed 3 of them. That is family, that is high bills, and I said high bills, it is your choices that will lead you to high bills, and also trying to live a lifestyle that you haven't reached. In this life, you will never ever force life, never ever fake life, because you cannot be on a level that you have not attained yet. You cannot be using 10,000 a month, yet you do not get paid 10,000 a month. And a wise person will only use 5,000 a month and save 5,000 a month in case you are getting like 10,000. So high lifestyle and being with the wrong friends as well, it's gonna suffocate you all the time of your life. I have a large family, 9 people family. Can that one reduce my chances of winning? No, it cannot. How many Kenyans live in your neighborhood? So many Kenyans. A lot of Kenyans. A lot of Kenyans. I have so many Kenyans here. Only that each person is busy. Is it easy to find a host family? Guy, you guys should do a harabe and buy me a tripod to hold my phone. Is it easy to find a host with a family like of 4? I'm a single person. Yeah, it is. It is. The only thing that I tell people, sometimes people come into your inbox, they want you to find them a host, but the language they use is irritating. Like, you cannot approach a person and of already you have owned. It's like you have a feel, you are entitled. Sometimes even when you don't respond on time, they are like, I texted you, you are not responding. I'm like, a man. We go to work, and sometimes at work you cannot be on your phone. Secondly, some people approach you and tell you, I do not need help. All I need is someone to help find me an apartment. You do not need help, and for you to find an apartment, and you are coming from outside of America, you're gonna use my everything. You're gonna use my name, you're gonna use my social, you're gonna use my job in order for you to be approved for that house. That pisses me off. Like, you need to know a language that you're supposed to use. Humble yourself. Do not come seeking help, and yet you are already entitled for the help. You already feel like you are so much able than the person you are approaching. Like, how are you gonna find an apartment without a job history, without a social, without nothing? How am I gonna find you an apartment? Oh, I do not want my kids to be at someone's house. Like, man, humble yourself. Humble. Humble. This is America. You need to humble. Even if you find your own apartment, how are you going to be traveling to work? You don't have a car. You don't even have means to get yourself from your house to where you are going. Man, like, people just need to understand that you really need help when you come to America, and that is why they ask you to have a host. You need someone to be taking you from your house to go seek for job, to go apply for jobs. You need someone to get you from your house with their own car that is using their own gas, that is using their own time to take you to apply for the Social Security. Like, people need just to humble. African people, we have a problem, a very big problem, and I'm African, a very proud African. But we need to understand that our way of approach is very pissing. Very pissing. Like, you have money, yes, you can afford to rent an apartment in America, yes, but do you know they cannot let you rent that apartment without a person that is living in America? Do you understand that? Before you come to me telling me you have kids and you do not want your kids to be living in someone's house, your kids might not be living in someone's house, but they will also be needing that someone to put them in their car and take them to go apply for the social, to take you with them to go apply for a job, and that person to be staying with them in the car as you go through the interview. Like, people just need to understand that settling in America is a process that requires someone who is already based there to take you through. When I came to America, I had a little one. She was just a year and 3 months. And sometimes I would leave them with my host. So what if I was like, oh, I don't want my kids, I could have delayed my process. So people need to understand that a host is not just someone who keeps you in their house. A host is someone who helps you to go through the process of settling down in America. It is not even about them just keeping you in their house. It is also about them taking you from one place to the other to go through or to finish the process of green card. Having the green card and landing in America is not a full process. A full process is completed when you get a job, get your own apartment, and now you can be able even to drive. Some hosts will also be responsible to teach you how to drive, because if you come here and someone charges you $1,000 to teach you how to drive, how are you gonna come up with $1,000? You just landed. In case you have some few money, the money should be to feed yourself. It shouldn't be for you to go and pay for a school to be taught how to drive. So guys, just understand that life in America is very, very, it is expensive. Let me say it is expensive in terms of money and time. Sometimes people have to not do their regular work, take off, or their day off to help you to go apply for jobs or to take you to interviews. That is how much a host is needed in America. So if you have money, just know that that money is not enough. Respect people, humble yourself, approach people not with iyo kibuli. Kibuli itawakosea sana. Kibuli inawakoseanga sana. Because here in America we believe in being humble, respecting people's spaces. Like, I'm using my time. I'll be using my time to go and apply for that house for you. So stop coming to me entitled and feeling like you got everything together. No, you don't. You don't. There is someone who told me so and so got a house, and they came here and they landed into their own apartment without being hosted. Something they did not tell you. First of all, they got a house in a neighborhood that is very much affordable, meaning the neighborhood is not even safe for your kids. Secondly, someone used their name to get them an apartment. They did not just get it because they have green card. They didn't. It is for you to get an apartment in America, they need to run your credit card. I mean your credit history. You do not even have a credit history. They're gonna use another person's credit history to approve you. You do not have a work history. Yes, you have money, but how long can that money take you to get finished? How many months will you pay and your money is gone if you don't have a job? So they need someone who has a job to be your co-signer or to be the main applicant. That way they are ensured, or they will be sure that they can have their rent on time from this other person if you do not get to pay. That is the whole point. So you cannot just come here simply because you're a green card person and direct to your apartment just as you. No, it will take someone else to sign for you in order for them to give you the house. Let me read your comments. Essie, I tried last year green card, but I didn't win. They are not asking about Form 4 or passport. Sasa sijui ili hii kama itakuwa same kama they do need you to be go check the requirements. They require you to have at least a Form 4 certificate. Hi Essie, kindly can you assist one on getting a host, please? DV with a family of 4, kindly please. Can you inbox me? Can you adopt me? How old are you? I can adopt you. How many states have you visited so far apart from Kansas? I've been to several states. I've been to Oklahoma, I've been to Texas twice, I've been to Michigan, I've been to Georgia, I've been to Iowa, I've been to Missouri, I've been to Las Vegas, I've been to California. I was on transit. I've been to where else? I've been to several states, and I'll keep on visiting several. I'll keep on visiting them. So a host is very important, and me being Essie, I cannot be able to host everybody that is looking for a host. Right now, like I said, I downsized my house because I was wanting to downsize my bills, to cut my bills. So me personally, I cannot even be able to host right now because my father is here, and the extra room that I got, that I had, he is the one occupying it. Okay, let me see the next question. How many? Okay, that one I read. Oh, you are the one, Duncan Okeyo. Congratulations if you did. People want to be hosted at Hawajashinda. You cannot be hosted if you. How do you know if you will win? You can only look for a host after you win. There are people who come, by the way, to my inbox asking me if they can host them, and I'm like, are you already a winner? And they are like, no, but I'm just asking just in case I win. Just in case you win, we will decide that time depending on our condition, our situation. Like there was someone who was coming here with a nurse green card, and they wanted to be hosted. I could have helped them because it was only for a minute before they settled down. But then my house is so small, it cannot even, we don't even fit, by the way. We don't even fit like the way we used to be in the other house. For me, it gives me stress just thinking how I'm gonna organize it. So my house is small and I couldn't help them, but if I could, I would. And the other choice that I had, they couldn't be able to take it because they need to be living with someone, because they cannot drive, they cannot, there are so many things. And like I'm saying, it is very complicated. When people tell you they cannot host you, it is because probably someone is working doubles. So when do you think they can take you if they are leaving their house at 6 and coming back at 11 p.m.? You don't even get to talk with them. That way they cannot even take you for interviews. They cannot even take you through the process. They cannot even teach you how to drive. Why are they working doubles? Because they are in a situation that cannot allow them to not work doubles. Sometimes people have bills, like hospital bills that they are trying to pay. They have car notes that they got themselves into. They want to pay. They have a high mortgage that they want to pay. So, and also they have projects that they are doing, so they have committed their time to working doubles. So when people tell you they cannot host you, it's not because they are mean. It is because their schedule cannot allow them to take you through the process, because you will need their time. You will need their time in order for you to go through the process smoothly. Hey, today I'm struggling to speak English. I don't know where my English went. Maybe because it's Sunday, I have not downloaded this week's English. Hi Essie, can I fit in? Suppose I apply for DV already in my 50s. Oh yeah, you can fit in. My father is in his 60s and he can work. He works actually. He can work. He is not working at the moment because he's waiting for his green card to go through. But he works very well, pretty well. He works very nicely and he's in his 60s. So you can work, because in America you can choose what to do. Sometimes in your 50s, I would advise you to go and apply for a job whereby you do not have to do a lot. And those jobs are there whereby you can sit the whole day. You are sitting. The only thing you do is supervision. Okay? So don't fear to come here in your 50s. You will still be able to work and it won't have to break your back. Just make a good choice of what you want to do. Do not let people lie to you that it is only one way. Nowadays, we have a lot that you can do in America. A lot. You can make so many choices. You do not have to go work in the healthcare if you do not want. Just come here, do the driving, be ready on time, and hit the road. You can do Uber here in America if you do not want to go to the healthcare. You can do Uber and still make money. You can also start a daycare at your house if you are a woman. You can start up a daycare in your house and you won't be even stepping outside that house. And you still be working. You still be making money. And you can charge as much as $50 a day or $250 for 5 days a week. That is Monday through Friday. And you are off Saturday and Sunday. If someone wants to hire you on Saturday and Sunday, then you can charge them more. So if you get like 10 kids to babysit or 5 kids to babysit and you only get a license, you will only get to be licensed by the state. And then you can start a daycare in your house. You'll be making 250 per child. If you get 5 kids or 10 kids, how much is that per week? You are making like 2,500 a week. Isn't that good money? And you are saying you are old. You are not old in America. America, we do not have old people because we have jobs for the older people if they need them. Okay? So you do not have to have any certificate that you have trained to work with kids. All you need to do is to go apply for a license for your house to be licensed. And you do not have to own a house to do this. You can still do this with a rental house. There are other jobs that you can work. There are these people who are people with disability in our Chanua, by the way. We never got people to tell us whatever I tell you people. We struggled. We went and took housekeeping jobs, which were killing us. Sometimes I would come home, stretch my feet, and then the pain would move from my head up to my toe, my big toe. So when you come here, there are these people that have disabilities. You can rent a house that has an extra room, and you can go apply to work with these people. It is called shared living. Shared living, you will have them in your house, and you'll be making money even as you sleep. When you are sleeping, money is counting. So there is so much you can do. There is also these jobs that this business that people are doing nowadays called adult family home. This is where you set up like a nursing home. It is like a home for the elderly people or for people with disability. You can keep up to 8 people in one home. And all you need to do is to go and do a licensing exam or training, and an exam that's gonna allow you to be a host home provider. Being a host home provider, you can make up to like, the least you can make maybe 20,000 or 15,000 a month. That is good money. And you do not have to be a graduate. You do not have to have a university degree. You do not have to have any master's degree. You do not have to be a nurse. You are just there as you. So opportunities are there, but people just focus with one way, like, oh, you have to go to school and be a nurse. No, you do not have to be a nurse to be able to make money. You can start an adult home and make that much money. That is a lot of money if you convert it, because I know that is what you are doing right now. You have a calculator and you are like, oh, 20,000 American dollars, US dollars times 145. Oh my God, that is like 4 million a month. When you settle in America, you will stop thinking in shillings. You will stop thinking in the Ugandan money. You will stop thinking and you start thinking in US dollars. That is the only way you can be able to live realistically. Remember, the money you make in America can only be used in America unless you're sending it back home. So there are so many things you can do. You do not have to go back to school like, oh, you know, America feeds young people because they can go back to school, and you know, we are old, we do not have to go back to school. Yes, you do not have to go back to school, but forget about being old, because there are jobs that you can do that can fit your age in America. And I know so many people who have started homes here in America. They are Kenyan, yes, and they are older than you are, and they are still doing good because the jobs don't require, or they don't have an age limit. As long as you can pass the exam, which is not hard, you can become a host home provider. That way you can make good money. Because sometimes you can get like people who are paying from somewhere from 3,000 a month and up per month, one person, and you have like 8 people. That is a lot of money, my friend. Hiyo ni pesa hata yenye inaweza kukuharibu. It is more money than you need. So there are jobs here, and you do not have to be a trucker, because I know so many people sing about the trucking business. The trucking business sometimes is up and down. Like right now, it's not making money right now. But people who are in the host home jobs, they are still making money because that job doesn't have up and down. It does, yes, if someone dies, because if someone dies, you do not get paid for that month. They only pay you because you are taking care of that person. So there are so many jobs that you can do from the comfort of your home. And this host home, you can live there and work there. So you can have your family on the basement, and you can have the job or the business on the upper level. So There is so much. Do you have any friends who do truck driving? Yes, I do. That is how I come to know about how it is doing. I have so many people that do trucking. So sometimes we talk and they would tell me it is not, they are not making money at all. And I believe them, because when they are making money, they tell me they are making money. Okay? So guys, be ready to come to America and be ready to come here being focused. Be ready to come here and live accordingly, because when you live beyond your means, you mess up your life. Most people lose focus because they want to compete. They want to fit in. They want to get carried away. They want to do things that were not in their budget. I will never do something that wasn't in my budget in the first place. If you want me to go somewhere with you, let us budget on it, save on it, and then we can head out together. Because I have to budget, because I don't want to overdraw my account. What other question? I want to wide this up. I want to wide it. I'm a nurse coming soon. Welcome to America, Eunice. Welcome, welcome. How is nursing in Louis, Missouri? Nursing is good, but I would tell you, if you want to make good money, go to states like California. You can make good money with nursing. Go to states like Arizona does well. Also in Seattle, New York, those high states, they pay really good. You can make better money than being in Kansas and Missouri and Oklahoma or Iowa. The low-cost states also have their impact. They also have their salaries are not that much good as compared with other states, okay? Some things are better and some things are not good. That is something you need to understand. If you want to go to a low-cost state, also be ready to receive a low salary, okay? Someone asked me something. Hi, Lina, how are ya? Can you host me? Okay, before I go to can you host me, the one who asks about nursing, the good thing about Missouri and Kansas is schools. The schools, if you want to go back to school, then you need to be in Missouri or Kansas, because the school is not expensive. Or if you have kids that are going to pursue college or university, so many people fly to Kansas and Missouri because their schools and universities are very affordable. Paying for school in America is expensive. How is, wait, I heard something. So, can you host me? Waweru, how am I hosting you? Are you a green card holder? I can direct you to someone who hosts. I'm not hosting right now. I do not have a room. My dad is here. So yeah, there are so many factors that you should consider when you are looking for a state to relocate. I can see there is still daylight. Yeah, it is still during the day. I think it's like 2 p.m. or 2:30ish. What is the starting salary for nurses in general? It depends with the state. It depends with the state and experience. What about UPS jobs? UPS jobs, they are there. You can be mail distributor with UPS or USPS, that is the poster. And they pay somewhere from $20, 18 and up. They pay good. The Deep South have very affordable nursing schools too. Yeah, you have to understand where you are going and your future, because it will be affected by so much depending with your state. What are about joining army? What of joining the army when you just arrived with family? You said couples should help one another. It won't be tricky. You can join the army, but be aware that you will leave the kids with the wife or whoever, but that's gonna be a little bit hard for them going to work and managing the kids. So how easy is it to convert a visitor visa to green card? It is not easy. I'm not gonna lie to you. It is not easy. Joining the army, I wonder if that is being driven by passion or what. Why would you want to join the army if you came here with a green card and you have your wife here? I'll be coming to St. Louis as a nurse, and my pay is around $35. What is your opinion, since I also have a family? I believe you are getting paid $35 an hour because you are coming through an agency. Is it through an agency, please? Can you answer? If it is through an agency, it is because they are taking some commission off. Otherwise, without an agency, you will get even a $50 an hour, even in Missouri, because let me correct this. Since COVID hit, the nurses have gotten a very good pay. They are paying very good. And also the other jobs, they increased the pay. The jobs that used to pay, like the caregiving jobs that they used to pay, they used to pay $10, $12. They now pay $20. That is like a double, okay? Yes, it is through an agency. Is that before they get their commission or after? I believe it is after. Hi, Carol Charles, how are you? How are you doing? We are discussing the challenges that you should be, expecting once you come to America, and why you shouldn't let them beat you. And we talked about family. When you get to America, remember your family. Cherish your family. After all, after everything is done, all that will be left is who you left behind, not what you left behind. Give us the link of the person who hosts people, please. It is Shiko Hope. Shiko Hope hosts people. Please look up Shiko Hope on Facebook and text her. Hi, Essie. Great to see you live. Thank you, Wamboi Karaoke. How are ya? Next question, please. Questions. So if you come here and you do not have a course, expect to be paid somewhere between $15 to $20 an hour, depending with the state. Some states pay better, but most of the states will pay you for these common jobs that you do not need to go to school. They're gonna be paying you around $15 up to whatever amount, depending with the experience. And when you come here, let me tell you something. When you come here and they ask you, do you have any experience with jobs? Say yes, I worked in Nairobi and I was getting paid this much. Or I was working per hour or per whatever. Don't say that you do not have any job experience. You mean you have never worked ever since you were born? You have. So when you come here and you are writing or you are applying for those jobs and they ask you for job experience, just say, yes, I do have experience. I used to work here and there. I used to do this and that. Yeah, you do not need to say you do not have experience. That is degrading yourself, because you do. Hi, Essie, great to see you. So is it manageable with $35? Oh yeah, big time. It is manageable because when we came, I landed in Missouri and I used to get a pay of $9. And I was still eating, drinking, paying the house. Yeah, it is very manageable. Just look for a house that is not way too up there so that you can have some savings left. Let me use my other hand. I'm trying to get your questions. We are ready for challenges. Mungu bele. Thanks, Essie. Great job. Confused which says I'll save to work. Rugurua Mae, please. Siaro. I want to join cause of passion. KDF huku wame tukataa sana. By the way, here in America, they don't have so many requirements for you joining the army. If it is because of passion, just follow your dreams. Go join the army and it is very possible. Hata hawakuangalia height. They won't even check your height. Because I don't know why in Kenya they have to check your height as if you are going to be I don't know how it is a factor. I don't know. But here in America, you can join the army. In fact, they keep on looking for people. They never get enough people. So come and join the army. And then you will become a citizen instantly. What else? Guy, I wanna thank you, Essie. Great job. Which states are safe to work at Rugurua Mae? Oh, I answered that. Rugurua Mae, you can work in Seattle, Arizona, Nakokoge. Mostly Seattle. Seattle does good. Seattle is the best. Yeah. And when you go to Seattle, don't go renting a house. Just go rent a room. Because Seattle is very expensive. But you will make it there because their pay is good. If you rent a house and you're gonna be paying like $700 a month, I mean a room, you will be good. And you can also do a live-in job whereby you won't have to be renting any house. They're gonna provide you with somewhere to sleep, food and everything. All you will be doing is work, 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 work. Next question. I'm waiting for the next question. I wanna wind up this. And okay, before I forget, even as you prepare to come to America, be also focused with being your own or being self-employed. How? If you know how to braid hair, you do not even need to be hired by anyone. Na hii nitaongea kwa Kiswahili. Hata wenye wanakujaga hapa kutembea, if you do hair na umekuja hapa kutembea, you just notify your host. I mean, you just let your host know that you unafanyanga nywele ama anything that is practical. And then atakumarket. Akikumarket, watu watakuwa wanakuja tu kwa nyumba yako. Alafu unawashuka nywele and they pay you. Hi Elsie, did they get your US citizen because Hi Elsie, did you get your US citizen because I saw you invited your dad? I invited my dad even before I was a citizen. As long as you are a green card person, you can invite your family. But I did get, I am a citizen. Is outside catering business a good one? Yes, by the way, I have seen people who have done outside catering or who have done catering. Outside catering will do good during the summer because that is when people hold events. But if you know how to cook, like me, I'm very lazy to do chapo nowadays because I get very tired. The work that I do is very physical. So when I get to my house, I just want to do something light and eat and sleep. But then it does not mean that my kids should not get chapo. What I do is that I order chapo from Kenyan ladies who do chapo. Do you know how much they sell them to us? It is like $2 a chapo. So if you come here and you know how to cook, you have done catering, just know that you do not have to come here and keep quiet. Please market your job. Tell people that you cook chapo. Tell them that you cook mandazi. Tell them you can cook and deliver at a fee. You will get a lot of customers. Tell them you can come to their house and cook for them for like food for a whole week. Just know a way of surviving. Why so many people don't thrive is because they don't talk about what they do. Get or be or create a habit of telling people what you do. If you do not tell them what you do, they do not know. If you know how to cook chapo and you are very good at it, you can market yourself. You can even freeze them and set them out of state. There are so many Kenyans that cook chapo and mandazi and they freeze them and set them through the post office and UPS and FedEx and everything, and they get them to us. So one day, I was scrolling through a group of women here in America, and I saw a woman, a lady, who had like 100 orders of mandazi, samosa, chapo, anything, like pastry. The pastry was a lot, and you can also be cooking pilau. If you know how to cook pilau, you can be doing it at people's house. You charge them for your time. That is also another way of earning money. Like there is so many ways you can earn money here in America. And also you can come here and start up your own shop whereby you can be making beverages and pastries. You can be making cakes and you sell them to people. Just find a shop, get a license, and then you start doing it. And you can thrive through that because not so many people do it because they fear. So many people will never get to where they are going, to their destinies, because they fear. Why are you fearing something that has not even happened to you? Just open a store, market yourself, and surprisingly, you will find even the wazungus coming to eat there. Why? Because they want to try new things, and you are here holding it for them. Hello, Ezzy, good job you are doing. Please, some of us don't understand when you speak your language. I wasn't speaking my language, I was speaking Swahili because the answer was sensitive. How is software developer jobs near you? They are very good, and they pay good. I will look up the pay and I can tell you from how much they pay. But I will tell you for sure, those jobs can even pay better in states like New York. And whatever I said I was responding to that person. I am so sorry you did not get it, but it was sensitive. Thank you, Essie, for the interaction. Very informative. Najua, I am a DV. Amen. 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 I wish you all the best, guys. And I wish you nothing else but success. I wish there was someone or some people were telling us the information that we released to you people, because by now, I would be owning a helicopter. If not a private jet, I'll be owning a helicopter. I didn't know that the person who hosts you can determine a lot about how you're gonna settle here and the jobs that you're gonna take. When I got here, my host told me that there are these common jobs that Kenyans must do, immigrants must do, because those are the jobs that they can only thrive. Those are the CNA jobs. But I never did that work, by the way. I have never been a CNA. But I tried to figure out myself. I started researching, and I did research, and I would even apply for jobs that I believe nobody else would have attempted to do that, because I realized that you are not limited. You are not limited in America because of your color. You are not limited in America because of your language, or maybe they call it the accent. And something you want to, if you want to be confident in America, understand that everybody has an accent. It is only that people only hear the accent of the other one. But if you ask me, Americans have got an accent. Nigerians got accent. Kenyans got accent. Even in Kenya, when we speak English, not every Kenyan use the same accent. There is the Luo accent. There is the Kikuyu accent. There is the Meru accent. So never feel intimidated because of your accent. I have seen dealerships being owned by these people who talk, how are you? How are you doing? You see, but because they are confident, they can do it. They sell to Wazungus. They have a dealership of over 50 cars, over 100 cars. And the way they talk to you, you join dots. You don't even get to understand quite well what they are doing. The person who sold that car for me over there, I don't know if you can see it. That car, for me, is not even American. And he told me he has been operating that dealership for 15 years. He has an accent, but does the accent prevent him from selling? No. When I was at his shop, I even found some Wazungus there shopping for cars. He has an accent, yeah, but the accent cannot prevent him from thriving. Just have enough confidence and understand what you are doing. You can come here and start a dealership as well. If you have passion in marketing or being a business person. If you have passion being a business person, when you come here, let not the environment shut you down. Go for it. You can make it. You can do it. All you need is confidence. Let me see your messages. Thanks so much for encouraging me so much. I feel like coming tomorrow. Yes, if you know how to cook, you can make good money. Very good money. Hi, Esimurata wako nera deportiwa Seattle akiwa na visitor visa. Daigwire ati ukilandi Seattle na visitor chances are high ukideportiwa state yako safe. I know people, I don't know how to address this because it is sensitive. Yeah, that question is very sensitive for me to address it. But I would want to tell you for sure there is a way. There is a way. Just inbox me. I will address it in the inbox. Guys, I want to add this video, and I wish you all the best, guys. But when you go anywhere, not just in America, even when you go to Middle East, because they have more chances. Even the UK are having a lot of chances for people to relocate there. Do not get just focused with America, because there are so many other parts of the world that you can visit and make a fortune. Like, I actually have someone who can take you to Dubai, I think Dubai, Qatar, and those areas. He is from my home, but I will only share his information when I endorse him. I need to know for real it is a legit company, but I know the guy. I trust him because I have seen him does it for long. But again, I don't like it when people get scammed, because I do not have enough. my heart is very soft, so I would hate to do something bad. I would hate to get people scammed, but once I get to do a research and I go visit his office and get to see what he does, I know and I have seen him advertising chances and opportunities for people to go to Dubai, Qatar, and the rest. And what I heard about Dubai, with 100,000, you can be able to relocate there and look for jobs. This information will be given back once I visit Kenya, which I'm trying to do very soon. And I'll go visit his office. Then I can be referring people, knowing that his company is legit. I cannot advise anyone until I visit his company. And I know 80% I know he's legit, but 20% matters a lot. Thanks for sharing. Next time when you are live, share more on unskilled roles and jobs. Yeah, I will come up with that topic. Are there any visa sponsored jobs in the US? Okay, thank you so much for asking that. Caro, can I address that tomorrow on my live video, which I'm gonna do around 8 p.m. Kenyan time? Can I address that, because I have had so many people in my inbox showing me jobs that are being sponsored here, and I'll tell you as is so that people will stop losing money. You are being conned by people lying to you that they are a company that doing this and that. And I will also address this thing of people training people to become CNAs, to become caregivers, to alafu, and then after becoming a caregiver, do they give you jobs? Why are they training you for jobs that they cannot offer? Like, seriously, people need to wake up and minimize the anxiety. Minimize the anxiety of coming to America. Just relax and let God be. Pray about it. Stop getting scammed right, left, simply because you have an urge to come to America. If God has meant it to happen, it will still happen. It does not matter if it is at your old age. Remember, my dad is 62 years, and he came to America when he was 58. He was 58. That is when he came to America. So God will find a way of getting you here. Maybe it is your child who will get you here. So minimize the anxiety and follow the right and true path. Stop getting scammed. Oh, we are training people to become CNA, and then are they gonna give you visa to come and do the CNA job here? Why do you have to go pay for that if they cannot provide that? In Kenya, there are no such jobs to work as CNA. How do you even go pay for that course to just graduate and then get started the same way you finished your high school and got started, the same way you did your graduate degree and got started? Like, seriously, I'm gonna address that tomorrow. Stop being scammed. If you have money, look for ways to go to Middle East, to go to Dubai, and that way you can go and make money. See you guys tomorrow. Thank you so much for tuning in. Like this video if you haven't liked yet, like it, and I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good night, good day from wherever you are watching me from, and see you tomorrow.